Alright, we are starting this right now from the very beginning. Pulling up to company headquarters. They got a whole bunch of non-parking signs here. Alright, we just pulled up. They called me yesterday and told me the truck number, when to be here, and all they said was, go find the truck. Alright, after walking around this whole place looking like an idiot, I finally found it. It's a freight. See if it's unlocked. It is. Fresh out of the detail shop, looks like. Not too bad. Definitely smells like cleaning supplies. Cool. See if there is a key, and there is a key. Maybe off. Yep. Switch this bad boy on. Started right up. Air pressure's going up. 314,000 miles. Running smooth. What now? Alright, I moved the truck to a different area of the yard, close to the other bobtails, and I guess I'm gonna go get all my stuff. I got this whole golf cart loaded down with my stuff, and I gotta take all that stuff and fit it somewhere in this bad boy. Alright guys, I've got everything thrown in the truck, somewhat organized. Like I put all the, literally just threw all the food stuff in there. I threw all my bath stuff up top here. I threw all my clothes in here, literally still in the bags. Just thrown everything in there, thrown some stuff underneath, somewhat made a bed. And yeah, other than that, before I did any of that, I found like the permit book and stuff like that, and I noticed that everything in this book was like, I mean, there was some stuff that said like 2001 in there and stuff. So I went and got 2 spare keys for the truck because it only had 1 in it, and ran into a guy that told me to just go to permit, take this book to permit when I asked him about it, because I noticed that, it's January 2025 right now, and I noticed that the stickers were 2024, so I asked about that. So I got the new stickers and everything is up to date. I just have to put the stickers on, which I'm about to do now. And yeah, it's like almost 4 o'clock now. I got here around like 12:31, something like that. So I am gonna go, because I still have to park my truck in actual parking. So I'm probably gonna run, get some food, come back and kind of fine tune everything and just get comfortable for the night. I talked to dispatch this morning and they were okay with me waiting for tomorrow morning for a load. So I have all the rest of this night to kind of fine tune everything and make it comfortable. One thing, I wish I had rugs, which I'll get eventually, but I mean, they even armor all the crap out of the floor. It's like super slippery. Back from getting food. I was gonna do some more organizing and maybe hang up some lights and power cords and stuff like that, but I'm honestly tired. I don't know why. I don't even know how it's already, I think it's 7:30. I don't even feel like I've done anything, but I guess we did some stuff. It feels pretty homey in here. I lit a candle for a little while, got some home smell. Hung up a TV somewhat, or a monitor with the PS5 there, and I'm probably about to just kind of relax and watch a movie or something until the morning. I'm gonna get up in the morning early, and they're supposed to give me a load at around 7 in the morning. At least that's what they said, so I'm just kind of gonna wait for that and see where it goes from there. But I will use this time, if you can't tell already, to kind of explain, if you can't tell already, that this is my first trucking job. I have never done any kind of trucking job before. I am fresh out of school, fresh out of training, and this is technically my absolute first day by myself as an OTR truck driver. So tomorrow will actually be my first day. Today was just, you know, getting the truck, setting the truck up, stuff like that. So good morning. It is about 8 in the morning. They said they would send me a load around 7. I woke up at about 3:45 and could not go back to sleep. And I just ended up getting up about 4 and did some more things. I got the lights going around like everybody does. For whatever reason, my remote is not working and will not do anything, so they're just kind of stuck doing the generic strobe or whatever. So that kind of sucks, but they look good. Ended up getting more than I needed. I got like 50 feet, so I have like the access stuffed in there. Kind of ghetto when it gets down there, but the rest looks pretty good. Went all the way around. I just wish I could change the color. Nobody likes that strobe. But yeah, other than that, I did some more rearranging. I took all my clothes out of my bag, so I got clothes hung up, pants and stuff in the bottom. Still have shower stuff up here. Put all like socks, nightwear, underwear, stuff like that in there. Just kind of threw that in there. This one's just like the food area, which I still need to go through that. I just got like bread so it doesn't get smushed there, and then some of my things that go in my pocket or whatever. I'm not using up top yet, so all I have is just a laundry bag up there right now. I took my monitor down because I had like 2 screws in it and I did not want to drive like that. I'll show you guys what I got underneath. Alright, underneath I just got some water, sleeping bag, a suitcase with some warm jackets in it, some cups, a camera bag, a couple empty bags, a skateboard, and that's all. That's about it. Oh, I got a toolbox down there with a bunch of random tools, and just in case. Yeah. PS5 down here. That's all I really have. I really don't have that much stuff, I guess. Now that I actually got it in places compared to other videos I've seen people, which I only plan on being out for 2 weeks at a time, so that's why I didn't really just, you know, I'm not living in the truck. I'm not planning to anyway, so. Yeah, the plan now, I was trying to give them a little bit more time because they said they were gonna give me a load about 7 in the morning today, but it hasn't came through yet, so it's about 8 now. I guess I'll call them right after this and just see if they can get me a load. Alright guys, I got my first load finally. It is at about 10 o'clock in the morning. They sent me this load about 15 minutes ago. They told me to check in with local dispatch before I left, so I immediately Went and checked in. They told me that the load will probably not be ready until about 1 o'clock. It's only 45 minutes away from here. I'm gonna bobtail over there to Morton, Mississippi. I'm in Jackson now, so it's about 45 minutes away, so I'll probably leave here, you know, around 12. So yeah, that gives me like, you know, a little over an hour to do like more trip planning and stuff like that. I've roughly wrote down so far just, you know, the details of going to Morton, my first fuel stop. So I'm gonna look at all these other stops and kind of maybe start some of that too. I might try to squeeze in a little nap because 4 a.m. waking up was not the move. We'll see, to be continued on that. So yeah, first load, I'm gonna bobtail over there, and I will update you guys whenever we start to head that way. Peace. It is now 1:34. They told me to keep waiting. Alright, they finally sent me a message 4 minutes ago. It is now 1:58. They sent the message at 1:54 saying that the load would be ready for me to pick up at 1600. So at 4 o'clock it'll be ready. It's 2 now. It'll take me about an hour to get there because I have a fuel stop on the way there. So finally I'm about to start my 15-minute PPTI, go inside, use the bathroom, whatever, come back out, and I guess we'll finally head that way. Alright. Had to get my glasses because my contacts got blurry. But I think the last clip you guys would have seen would have been the GoPro dying on the way to the Catskill. After I picked up the load in Mississippi, I waited out and headed west to Texas. That's where I'm at right now. I'm in Missouri City, Texas, and I have an appointment at 7 a.m. It is 4 o'clock in the morning. I've been awake for 24 hours. I just completed a swap. So I just swapped with a guy. Really cool guy though. Gave me a lot of information. Shout out to Jared for that. Thank you, Jared. But yeah, so we ended up swapping. He had the same appointment time. I don't remember where he was coming from, but we ended up swapping. So we both still have an appointment at 7 o'clock in the morning, but he was able to get here earlier, allowing him to make the rest of the drops where, you know, I just got here at 4. I've probably been here maybe an hour, not even. So I don't get a 10-hour break. I wouldn't be able to get a break and then still make the deliveries, the rest of the drops tomorrow. So I swapped with him because he has a 5 p.m. drop after this 7 a.m. this morning. So I'll be able to do that one. And yeah, I'm struggling a little bit. I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm not tired right now. This was definitely a hell of a first day. I don't know what they were thinking giving me that load to begin with, because it wasn't even possible for me to do by the time the load was ready at 4. I got there at 4, or I got there a little early and picked it up at 4. I probably left there at 4:30, and from there to here it was like 7 hours or something like that. So yeah, I was just gonna update you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna end this video here or keep it going until tomorrow. I'm probably gonna keep it going until I finish this first load, and we'll just call that my first day on the job. But as of right now, I guess I'm gonna get 3 hours of sleep. Alright, good morning. After about 3 hours of sleep, my new friend Jared helped wake me up at 6:30 this morning, and we checked in, and I've officially docked my first dock. So we are getting partially unloaded right now, and as soon as I docked, I handed somebody the paperwork and they're already in there unloading, so maybe it won't take long. I've already used personal conveyance for work-related things. I don't know how normal that is or if it's right or wrong or whatever, but that's what we're doing this morning. So hopefully I'll be able to get my 10-hour reset before I head to the next stop, which at this moment I have absolutely no idea where that is. He said that it should be Walmart, but it's not showing up on my workflow. So I'm gonna call dispatch and try to get that worked away, squared away in a few minutes. I'm struggling a little bit. Yeah, I kind of expected to like ease into things, and yeah, there's no easing so far, so maybe it'll slow down today. I hope. We'll see. Experienced people laughing at me right now, I don't know, but hey, it's all about learning, and been doing a lot of that, been doing a lot of learning. So yeah, I think I'm gonna chill for a minute, and I'm supposed to be waiting on a call. They're gonna call me when they're ready, and then we're gonna roll out of here, and probably gonna personal convey out of here and just find somewhere to park if I haven't already figured out the rest of the day, because I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing after this. So that's what I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna try to figure that out. Yeah, I will update you guys on the next step. Alright guys, we are cooking some noodles. I figured I'd update you guys because I went to sleep, woke back up at 6:20 and made the 7 o'clock appointment, got in and out pretty quick. They unloaded me and I got back out about 9. I ended up, damn, I don't know how to work this thing. I guess you can't change the temperature or whatever, but alright. They unloaded me, I got back out, parked there, went to sleep, back to sleep about 12:30, and I am, where am I right now? I'm like 50 miles from there at a Walmart distribution, or I had a 5:20 appointment, and I did not anticipate so much traffic in Houston, and I was not even an hour late, and they did not accept my load. So I called dispatch. One of the guys at the distribution center said there was a truck stop right down the road, so I'm like not even 2 minutes away from there. Hopefully they'll reschedule me pretty soon, because I have my last delivery on this load to make in San Antonio, which is about 3.5 hours from here, and that is at 7 a.m. So my Walmart was supposed to be at 5:20. I got there about 6:15-ish, and I don't know where my phone is, but it is 7:30 right now. So I called dispatch. I guess I'm just waiting on them to get back to see if I can get another appointment, but it's 3.5 hours away that I have to be in San Antonio at 7. So that's 12 hours from now. Hopefully they can get me another appointment tonight. The guy at the guard shack said it might be 2 a.m. I could get in, so I don't know. This is technically my second day, so, you know, mistakes were made. Alright, I got my new appointment times. It is the next morning now. What time is it? It's about 10:42. I called them again this morning about 7 and told them what happened. So last night I called night and weekend dispatch and told them what was going on. They said they were going to contact customer support, and they never really got back to me. I woke up again at about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, sent a message, and they sent me a message back saying that they had sent an email to customer support, and then this morning still nothing. So I called my regular dispatcher this morning at 7, and he just now got everything sent over, or they just sent everything over, and my new appointment times look like I cannot be late for, because right now I'm about 2 minutes from the Walmart that I was late to last night, and my new appointment is tomorrow at 2:20 p.m. So that's the first one, and then the next one is not until Monday. Today's Friday, so tomorrow on Saturday I have the 2 o'clock appointment at Walmart, and then Monday at 8 a.m. for Selma, Texas, which is only about 3.5 hours away. So looks like I can't be late for those. If I'm late for those, then I can't do this job. But No, so I am sitting. I think I'm going to go to a Flying J that's about 7 miles away from here right now to take a shower and hang out there. Yeah, because you can only take so many bird baths, and I want to get a real shower right now. So I really like this place that I'm at though, but I just noticed this morning that they have I don't know if you can see that, but they have a sign right there, clear as day, that says parking $10, and I definitely did not pay last night. So yeah, there's that. But I'm gonna go to the Flying J, shower, and to be honest, I might come park back here after that because it's like really chill. Alright, what is up? I'm trying this new mic out. Never used it before, so we are gonna see. I hope this audio sounds pretty good. But as you have seen, we have docked and it went so smooth. Not really. It wasn't terrible. This is my second docking on my own. You know, I did a few in training. But the first one went better than that. I promise. I didn't get it on camera, but it went better than that. I don't know why the fifth wheel decided to be aggravating for me just then. That's never happened to me before, but obviously on camera, I guess, you know, it had to do that to me. So, yeah, we were here at Walmart. I got here exactly an hour early. My appointment was at 2:20, and I got here at 1:20. Pulled in. It is now, I think it's like 4:20 right now. So, yeah, I've been here 3 hours. I just got the green light a few minutes ago. So I am just waiting now on them to call me so I can hook back up and get out of here and start heading towards San Antonio, which is 3.5 hours from here. That'll be my last delivery. That will complete my first load on my own. So that's exciting. That appointment time is not until 8 a.m. on Monday. Today is Saturday, so tomorrow on Sunday I will have all day to just chill and relax, pretty much like I did yesterday. I didn't drive yesterday. All I did was shower and sit yesterday. So, which this is the kind of speed I wanted in the beginning anyway. I mean, maybe not this slow, but you know, that way I can kind of just like, you know, get the feel of it, and I don't have to like, because that first load they put me on was just kind of like a throw me out there and go. So, you know, this is a better pace, I feel like, for me learning everything on my own and stuff like that. You know, it's going to take a little while to get used to. You know, we can pick up, after we get more comfortable, we can pick up and try to like maximize the miles and stuff like that. So, yeah, this is kind of more the speed I want. Okay, so that spot you just saw me park in was where I've been staying for the past 2 nights, and it's so chill here. Like, I'm gonna stay one more night before going to San Antonio tomorrow because it's too late. It's already like, what time is it? It's already 6:30. I mean, by the time I get there, parking's gonna be hard to find, and I'm just not gonna deal with that. This place is like, there's not a lot of people that's been parking here, and I mean, so I just got food from this little tiny, I've been seeing it 2 nights in a row, but this little bitty food truck right here, I finally went and checked it out. It says, I can't remember the name and I can't read it from here, but it's CT's Sweets and Meats, which when I first read that, I was like, sweets and meats, I don't know, it just sounds kind of weird, but I went over there and it's this old couple, and I think the woman's name is Candy. It says it on the side of the truck, but I don't remember. Her name's Candy, and the guy's name is Tony. And it's pretty cute. So I'm gonna stay here one more night. Look at the food they gave me though. It looks, I mean, it tastes as good as it looks. Like, I had to already tear into it, and then I was like, wait, let me get this on camera really quick. And then they gave me this cupcake. It's like a lemon cupcake. So sweets and meats. And it is really good. So if you're ever delivering to the Walmart distribution center in Ucani, Texas, this place is literally like 2 minutes down the road. So check it out. So yeah, I'm just gonna stay here for the rest of the night, and then sometime tomorrow I'm gonna drive down to San Antonio before my 8 a.m. delivery the following day, which is Monday. So yeah, this place would be perfect, man, if they had a shower. That's the only thing it's lacking here is showers. So yeah, I'm just gonna hang out for the rest of the night, maybe play some games and something on my computer. So I will pick back up tomorrow. we've officially finished our very first load. Every drop. And we are empty. Let's see what it looks like. Not too bad. It is cold for Texas. It's like 30 degrees here. But, damn it, we are about to go somewhere much colder. Okay, it's cold out there. Yeah, so you just seen the trailer is now empty, so that means I am completely done with my first load, finally. And we already have our next load. It's 30 degrees here in Texas, but we are going all the way up north to Wisconsin. And if it's 30 degrees here in Texas, I haven't looked to see what it is up there, but I know it's been snowing a lot and there's been a lot of snowstorms. It's January. So I was hoping to stay in the southern area for as long as possible during the winter, but looks like we're going up to Wisconsin, so hello Wisconsin. Okay, just kidding. We are not going to Houston anymore. I was on the way there. My dispatcher called me and said that the product was on hold. So he took me off that load and put me on a load picking up in Waco, Texas, which I'm in Waco, Texas now. I just pulled into this Flying J for the night. Pickup time is the same, tomorrow at 12. And it delivers in Greensboro, North Carolina. So yeah, we're not going to Wisconsin anymore, we're going to North Carolina, which I assume North Carolina is probably still very cold. Maybe I'll run into some snow, maybe not. You know, I kind of hope I don't run into any snow. I'm sure truck drivers don't like snow. Fun fact, actually, whenever I was out training with my trainer, my first week out, we got stuck in a blizzard around, where were we? We were around Albuquerque, New Mexico on Interstate 40, and it was shut down. We were there for, I think, about 24 hours on the interstate shut down in a snowstorm. So I've driven in the snow a little bit. I was driving that day, and then also around to the Chicago area, it was snowing one day, and it didn't shut the road down. We just drove through that day. But so I've driven in the snow a little bit, and I'm good for the year. I feel like, you know, been there, done that, you know, one and done. So, you know, I don't mind if it snows, you know, I don't want it to be sketchy. So yeah, fingers crossed on that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end this video here. In this video, you know, we got the first load completed. Other than the 45-minute late, that I was 45 minutes late to Walmart that one day, I mean, it's been going pretty smooth. So, you know, I've been having fun. It's new for sure, but I'm feeling comfortable already. Even though, you know, this weekend's been very slow, and I feel like this next load is going to be a little bit faster pace. So, but I don't think it's anything we can't handle. So far, there's really nothing that I've come across that I didn't already know from training in school. So, you know, they did a good job. schooling and training me. The only thing is I never in training did a multiple stop load, so I wasn't aware that you had to carry your own tags with you to retag your trailer after you you know, partially deliver your load at facilities. But luckily the guy I ran into that did a swap with me was nice enough. You know, I told him it was my first time, and he was more than happy to give me some pointers and help me out. He actually gave me some seals. He gave me like 10 seals, so I'm good there. You know, I was able to reseal my loads to get to that final stop. So, you know, without a seal, they won't accept you. So I didn't know that. You know, I figured that facility, you know, I didn't think I was allowed to seal the trailer, but I actually called my trainer yesterday and talked to him. I hadn't talked to him yet since I've been out on my own, and I think he did tell me that, but you know, we just never did it firsthand, so you know, I didn't remember. There's a lot of information to take in if you don't know anything, and I don't know anything. I've never driven trucks before, you know, I've never had a trucking job, so it's all new to me. But other than that, I'm gonna end the video here, and if you made it this far, thank you for making it this far in the video. I'm sure it's about 3 hours of nothing so far, but I'm gonna continue to vlog this and see, you know, see what happens. You know, why not? Just maybe somebody can learn from it. I'm learning, and I'm gonna share what I've learned with the camera. So peace.